Welcome back, guys, to Math Rundown. First commitment ceremony for this season, and this is how the commitment ceremony works. Basically, each week the couples have they have a therapy-like session with the expert in the presence of the other contestants in the show. This is where they debrief and decide if they want to stay together and continue on in the experiment, or basically say la vie, like au revoir, you know what I mean? So it's often where you get to hear those behind the scenes moments, things that were probably not aired. This is one of the most important episodes to watch that I also would like to recap on the show. So let's just get right down to it. We see the couples contemplating the decisions that they're going to, make this evening, and as individuals, they also have to decide for themselves what they want, and they get to seek a reassurance from the other contestant as well, because this is where they do get to go their separate ways as individuals again and try and rub minds or share ideas or share problems with the other couples to see where they at, if they are secured in their relationship, or if they've got a little bit more work to do. Basically, the pairing of the couple started with Tamara, Selena, and Samantha catching up. They had their moment to debrief on their relationship and where they think their issues lay. We also did I forget to tell you that Selena had to let Samantha know that Cody finds her attractive? It wasn't necessary, but again, Selena, she is so desperate. She wants all the attention to herself. So I guess she just needs to share and also let her feelings known. Brent, Al, and Mitch huddled to debrief about their situation. Anthony, Jack, and Andrew, no surprise there. We get a bit more insight as to how Anthony is feeling or how he's traveling along in their mess. They're still living separate lives. Celine and Cody, they started making their decision just right before they had to debrief with groups. Ella and Dominica, they did debrief together. There wasn't really much to tell there. Holly, Olivia, and Celine were in the huddle, and Holly was just, breath of fresh air for me. And I'll just say revelation time. I cannot wait for this revelation, guys. First up was Tamara and Brett. They seem to be steady progress. There's like they seem to be progressing nicely in the relationship, according to Brent. And from his vantage point, he felt everything was in should I say, not exactly smooth sailing, but everything was sort of stable and steady. But not so much on Tamara's vantage point. Tamara felt, conflicted. She felt conflicted. She still, she was still bothered by the audition tape, guys. The revelations that came from the audition tape. If you go back a few episodes of my recap, you see that. And basically, she felt that Brent perceived her priorities as wrong, and the subject matter boils down to financial security and occupation, which is very important to Tamara. I'm not going to fault her. We all have what we tick as a box in a relationship, and what's a deal breaker. That happens to be a deal breaker for good reasons. Anyway, in summary, Tamara feels she doesn't know enough to decide if Brent measures up to her standards. Well, we also find out that they've been intimate. I didn't really know this because they're not giving us the vibe. It felt like they're still on the friend zone. Basically, decision time came and they both decided they were going to stay together and work on their situationship. I'm not going to call that a relationship because there's a lot going on for there. Olivia and Jackson were the second couple, to come on the hot seat. They are so in love, it's not even funny. I cannot wait for them, to share with other couples how their love story is progressing, because it's just a breath of fresh air in this bubble of an experiment. They immediately were grateful to the experts for the matchup, which I appreciate a lot. So thank you, experts, for doing a good job matching these two together. It's amazing. It's going amazingly well so far. There's really not much to debrief about them, just that they are happy, and we get to hear what Olivia finds attractive in Jackson. Her attractions are based on character and how he treats others. And that's exactly what I think you and I would want in any relationship, that our man are, good humans. They are kind to us and kind to others around us. And, I guess we ended up finding out they're on the cusp of falling in love. Literally, it's, I'm sure they don't know that yet, but I think they're already in love. But they feel that they're on the cusp. We'll give them that. Decision was very easy for these two. I don't really need to tell you much because you already know what the decision will be. They are both going to stay on in the experiment and see how their relationship blossom, guys. So we go next to the third couple on the hot seat, Cody and Selena. Oh my god. Well, we are still stuck on the attraction-based drama that is with this couple from the confession week. It's just basically the cultural and the race differences, my god. But I don't know if they match. I guess we shall see. That's just my opinion. They were Ted, and Selena recapped on the wedding that was rather awkwardly. You can feel the tension in the air. She felt, Cody did not feel her from the very first moment he set his eyes on her, which is true. We can't really say it. We did not see that happening. We did, and I just felt, I was hoping that Cody wasn't going to be crucified for having a type based on the comment he made regarding not finding her attractive as a result of her nationality. Well, I guess delivery, again, in my opinion, was the bone of contention, and the expert handled the situation spectacularly, which I am so proud of. They sort of diffused whatever tension that would have resulted from the sort of, we'll say, I won't call it was just a misunderstanding, a miscommunication. Yes, that's what it was. I guess the base of attraction should be beyond, in my opinion, the physical. But guess what? We are who we are. Physical is the first point of call when you meet someone, before there's a system to promote a deeper level of attraction, to solidify, anything that's going to come out of a relationship. And that's just my take. We need to, go easy on Cody here. He has physicality first before everything else. Depth is always hard to come across when you meet someone for the first time. You're basically attracted to their smell, to how they look, and then you get to know them better. That's what it is. So I guess, well, it is what it is. They were able to sort of calm things down for these two, and we get to find out that they both decided that they wanted to stay and give it another go. Cody apologized to Selena for misrepresenting himself, and Selena was more than happy to, accept his apology. And let's see how this relationship progresses, guys. I hope, for the sake of true love, it goes well for them. So next up was Mitch and Ella. They were fourth to the hot seat. They seem happy with, with Sim being the operative word here, because we soon found out that there was sort of a disconnect between them. According to Ella, she's got a depth to her, and she's not finding that depth with Mitch, and that is actually bringing about the disconnect. The expert basically advised that they challenge each other, and to see how they go, so they're not, they don't end up being it doesn't end up being a stalemate between them. They decided, okay, they're gonna give it a go. They are staying together, guys. Let's see how this unfolds for them. Dominica and Jack were up next. We're fifth on the hot seat. They went right in, guys. They are good, but communication is an issue, as well as, romance. Dominica wants a lot of romance. We all know this. She wants her clothes to be ripped off her. Basically, that's how I quote her. And it's regardless of her monthly cycle, of course. Jack, not so much. I just cannot with this, guys. I cannot with this again. Can we just move on with this whole I don't know, well, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But apparently it is okay. Again, it is personal preference. That's like how the expert put it. I guess we shall see with these two. Decision for them was actually very easy. They both decided to stay and work on the romance. Or more of it. Samantha and Al, we're next up on the hot seat. For me, Al feels that confession week was tough on him. we pretty much saw that. Especially with the photo challenge. Again, you know what happened. He was Samantha chose placed him third, and that really bruised his ego. Samantha sees him as immature. Again, nothing surprising there. And she also felt he lacked the self-awareness. I kind of just see his beautiful side. He is such a beautiful soul, guys. He is so beautiful. He even went as much as complimented her for teaching him how to cook, get the dishwasher, the laundry machine going, put clothes in the washing machine. It was just beautiful to hear him sing of Samantha's praise. And again, it felt like Samantha seemed determined to give it another go, you know, put her feelings aside and see past the immaturity. Samantha sort of emotionally recognized that letting her guard down would help in a lot of ways, and the expert nailed it here with their commentary from observing the both of them, which is good. The decision time was again sort of easy for them both because they said they were going to give it another go, and I am so happy for them. Now we move on to the drama that is Anthony and Celine, guys. At the start, we touch base with these two who are still both going into it as individuals. You know, they're still living separately. I felt they were going to leave tonight, guys. I'm shocked they stayed. But let's just get right through the situation around the hot seats during the commitment ceremony. Sixth up, best description, you know, yet from Anthony. It was a train wreck of a relationship. Yeah, we all know this. No surprise here. Anthony felt his vulnerability was too much to take for Celine, and rather he was regarded as a princess for being vulnerable. I don't know, man. I just felt sometimes some men who you want something, but when you get that, you don't know how to handle it. That's Celine here. Celine is happy, you know, to not be engaged, to basically feel okay with the fact that her feelings or not taking into consideration how other people feel about how she presents situation or how she presents herself, because it was just, she's a bully in my opinion. She just bullied this guy, belittled him. It was just a total lack of self-awareness. I mean, she did not take any part. She did not accept any fault to the demise or the breakdown of their relationship. The expert called it beautifully. They called her behavior as demeaning and also called her out on her behavior. So glad. I felt like, okay, these experts are onto something here. They're not exactly biased. So it was good they did this. And Celine needs to be told, you know, she needed to hear that her action was coming across in a very negative light. Someone needed to tell her. The experts were bloody amazing. Did I say that earlier? Yes, bloody amazing. Decision time was a bit shocking for me, as I said earlier. Anthony chose to stay because he felt he wanted to give it another shot. He felt probably needed to look back and reflect on where he went wrong. But guy, you got to give it to him. He is such a good man. And I was shocked at Celine deciding to stay, even though she wrote it literally with the tiniest of print. I don't know. I cannot tell you why they both stayed, but for me, this is just gonna be more drama. I can't. It's another week with these two. I'll tell you what. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. But that's not the kicker, guys. That's not the worst of it all. It came down to Andrew and Holly, who were the final couple on the hot seat tonight. And I wanted these guys to leave, but shocker, they ended up staying, guys. They ended up staying. Before the ceremony, we recap on their mess, and it just went downhill from there. They were the last up again, and Andrew, this is how it went. Andrew, we haven't kissed yet. Holly, we had sex and we kissed during the sex. Andrew, yeah, we kissed, but there wasn't any tongue action. Like they were going back and forth at each other, guys. It was just, he went back again to the one night stand comment. How demeaning, how ridiculous, how disgraceful. Andrew said he felt connected to a one night stand down with Holly. I know, he said that like so many times, it's now staled. You know, he couldn't be bothered. Who gets hot in the process of his of him being honest or communicate in honesty. It's, I don't know. He's just, there's nothing here. All I see is space with this dude. The experts was went right in. You're inconsiderate and rude, and they gave it to him. And I'm like, yes, somebody needs to tell this guy that he is such a dick. He then played the victim after the admonition. He played the victim. That's good on Holly. She spoke up for herself and called him out on his messiness. And good on her. She felt vulnerable still, which is the case. And you could see that. I felt for her. Andrew, the idiot, wanted an apology. I'm not sure what the apology was going to be for, or what Holly should be apologizing for, because from my vantage point, he is the one that should be making all the apology with here. He should be on the apology bus, like giving it as he goes. Every stop you apologize, even to the viewers. He needs to apologize to us too. That's my opinion, guys. He needs to apologize to me. I'm kidding. Anyway, God. Well, they went straight to the decision, and Holly ranted and raved and said she was gonna stay. I don't know. I feel sorry for the girl. Andrew shockingly said he came with it was the hardest decision of his life. Yes, it was so hard that he literally had a meltdown before deciding to leave, to stay. He cancelled out leave and then eventually stayed because he wanted to get on the show. Do I buy this? Absolutely not. Dude is here to give his amateur acting career another go. He wants more TV time, guys. He wants more TV time. That's all I see here. Do I see those two coming back from where they were? I don't think so. I don't know. But I guess we will see. We have another week of drama with these two. I guess more content for me. Yeah? More content from me. I don't know. Fingers are crossed for them. I don't know. Stay tuned, guys. There's more wedding. We came to the end of this show, and the recap for the week to come is more weddings. There's going to be a few more obnoxious bride and groom coming, guys. It looks like the drama, we're not going to be losing from the drama front anytime soon. So I cannot wait for the show that's to come. And there's still going to be another week of intimacy. I'm having a headache. Did I say earlier that this show should be renamed? It should be renamed, because now there's Alexandra, Alexandro, the expert, wanting to come in with more intimacy. I don't know. Well, I will see you next time on the same channel. Please like and share and subscribe to Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered. See ya. Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered. Bye.